Music Access. A Korean nun named Lee Hae-in is famous as a poet and once met the famous Mother Teresa in India. Lee said that during her meeting with Mother Teresa, she talked about how they were worried about the youth these days who have given up their lives believing they're unlucky. That discussion is one of Lee's books, and I wanted to share it with you guys, so let me read it for you. It's been roughly translated from the original Korean version. The reason why people aren't happy, of course, each person must have their own reasons, but it may stem from a lack of values, self-centered selfishness, and excessive greed, and also because we don't have the quiet spare time to meet our own selves inwardly. Doesn't that kind of make you nod your head in agreement? There's something that Lee added to that, and it was something that was just as profound that I also wanted to share with you. Before loving someone else, we must learn how to love ourselves in the right way. Before asking for someone else's love, we must give ourselves love in the right way. So, let's live and love everyone, and let's be happy even today. The first song you heard today, Wednesday, October 28th, 2015, was Hey Everybody by 5 Seconds of Summer. What's up, Music Access fam? We're starting off the last Wednesday of October with some really moving words, aren't we? Let's live and love everyone, and I love you all, my MA fam. I won't ask for your love, but if you give it to me, I mean, who wouldn't accept that? Affection, all that great stuff. If you'll send me your love through our message board, I'll be happy to accept that perfectly as well. So, go ahead and send. I'll read, and we'll start off today's Music Access full of love, love, love. Shout out to FT Island song, love, love, love. No, just kidding, that's actually Cyan Blue. Alright, so for our first hour today, we have our daily weekday corners, Me, You, and All About Music with Season 2 Benji Style, and of course, message time in store for you. And in the second hour, we'll come back with Jane and Xian for Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. Now here's how you can listen and participate. If you have a smartphone, you can download the Arirang Radio app or TuneIn Radio app to listen to our programs and send in your messages. And if you use a computer, just visit www.arirangradio.com/musicaccess to listen to us or leave your messages. Another way you can tune in is through terrestrial DMB, but this is only available for our listeners living on Jeju Island. The frequencies are 88.7 for Jeju City, 88.1 for Seogwipo, and 101.9 for Daejeong. And remember, if you have any songs you want to hear today, or maybe a song you want to let someone hear as a gift, send those requests up onto our message board under the subject title, Request. Now, we'll come right back after a song for Message Time, and we're going to check out the song Rolling in the Deep by Adele. We just heard Rolling in the Deep by Adele, and it's time to continue on to Message Time. And our first message comes from Unita Swinyo from Indonesia saying, I know, Benji, I listened to Last Christmas by B.I.G. and it's actually on my phone. Why would you listen to that song? Oh my gosh. Anyways, I'm totally excited. If you have a special project for Christmas, I'll support you 100%. Christmas euphoria always makes me feel peaceful and happy. And if you have something for Christmas, or something planned for Christmas, I think it would be a beautiful gift. Keep up the good work, and I'll support you all the way. Okay, so, for those of you who may not know, Last Christmas is something that we released last year during Christmas. That it's like a, I don't know, it's an official single, but it was just like a Christmas thing that we did. It's just a Christmas thing we did. And, this Christmas, like I mentioned before, if we can put something together, I just think that would be awesome. This is just my personal thing. I actually have yet to really kind of plan anything out, considering, we have a lot of stuff planned before the end of the year. But if we do get something out there, I just think it would be really, really awesome, very seasonal. But, then again, we still have a lot of Christmases left as B.I.G. So even if we don't get a chance to do it this time around, I'm sure we'll get a chance to do, some kind of project at some point. But even if, maybe I'll do it by myself, or maybe, hey, what if we do a Music Access special song? Me, Sam, Jane, Xian, Jay rapping, Yuki singing or rapping, any of the stuff. I think it would be cool. So, we'll see if we can get something together. And if not, we'll still have a Merry Christmas. Yoko from Japan saying, hey Benji, how are you? This weekend is Halloween. Dude, you get a snack of Halloween that I sent to the office, and do you have any plans this year for Halloween? And also, do you have any happy memories of Halloween? I plan to enjoy the music live in cosplay with friends. That sounds pretty awesome. I think, I actually did get all that stuff that you sent. Thank you for that very, very much. We really enjoyed it. And you asked if I have plans for this year's Halloween. Let's see. We do have a comeback coming up. And other than that, I don't think we have anything planned other than preparing for the comeback. So, you know what I'm going to be doing for Halloween? Instead of y'all partying, I'm probably going to be practicing. I feel like that's what I'm going to be doing. And it's going to be a very interesting day, I feel like. Because, when guys get into comeback mode, we don't, we practice all the time. Like, all the time. Because we need to get stuff in and it needs to be perfect. So, I'll probably be practicing for Halloween. If you ask if I have any happy memories for Halloween, I remember a long time ago I used to go trick-or-treating, get a lot of candy. Otherwise, I think, I had fun on Halloween with my friends in college. But then, other than that, I don't think I really ever had a super, awesome Halloween experience. It was just another one of those, candy days for me. So, although I do remember this coming up, in Halloween, I remember when you were little, if you took the candy to the dentist, he'd buy the candy from you. Because, cavities and all that stuff. That was really, really fun. So, yeah, good memories. And I guess you're going to go to a party because you're saying you're going to enjoy music live in cosplay. So, have a good time. Let me know how it goes. And for those of you who do have Halloween plans, let me know who you're going to go as for a costume. Because I'm always curious about that. Alright, so let me know about that. And now we'll check out a song before we dive into our Me You corner. And we're going to listen to the song Sorry by Justin Bieber.
Me.
Spending time with me and you, stories between me and you. Me, you. We always want to hear from you on Music Access, and we want to hear from you about what kind of person you are, what you like, what you think about, and how you spend your day. We also want to know about your family, friends, coworkers, and the people around you. We want to know about them, how you know them, what kind of memories you have, and what you do with them. Our new daily corner, Me You, is all about that. Stories about me that I want to tell DJ Benji. Stories about the people around me that I want to tell our Music Access fam. Stories about my day, my family, and my friends. We'll share those stories about me, you, and everyone around us on Me You. Now here's how you can participate for Me You. Visit www.adirangradio.com/musicaccess and write Me You on your message title. Or download Arirang Radio or TuneIn Radio app on your smartphone and use the comment function to write Me You on your title and leave us a message that way. Now let's start today's Me You, and today's first Me You message is from Sarah from Canada, saying, Hi Benji, I started self-studying Korean a few months ago and I'm making pretty slow progress because I have other responsibilities to take care of, but I'm finding it really fun. Korean is so different from English, and it's a lot more exciting to learn and sounds really nice. So, Sarah sent us a message about studying Korean, and, I think that's actually a great thing. Studying foreign languages, I think, really is just amazing in terms of communication with other people, We have so many different countries in the world. We have so many different people in the world, and one of the things that I think gets people closer together fastest is speaking their language, getting to the point where, if I come to Korea and I don't speak any Korean versus I can speak a few phrases of Korean, really shows that I'm much more open to the culture, I feel like, and I'm a lot more prepared to accept, whatever they might give. And they might be even willing to give more if they know that I'm making an effort to, kind of get used to this Korean culture. So, high five for that. I'm sure that you'll learn a lot. And definitely, I think one of the ways that you'll learn the most is if you come to Korea for a language program. I do realize that does cost money, but that's, I think, one of the ways that me and my friends improved our Korean the most. Granted, I was a Korean trainee for a few years, which means obviously during that time I learned a lot of Korean. But if you go to a foreign country, I have friends who, they came to Korea and then they spent a year here, improved their Korean. Then, they go to Japan and they're learning Japanese. And it's actually kind of hard because the more languages you try to learn at once, it can be a little bit difficult. But, what's a better way to learn a language than plunge yourself into the culture? It's going to be hard. It was difficult for me for the first few weeks. But then after that, and once you get used to the country, you just pick stuff up like a snap. So, Sarah, good luck for that. And if you do have time, maybe stop by Korea and see if you can learn Korean while having fun with Korean culture. I'm sure it'll be awesome. Now we'll check out a song before we come back with another message for our Me You corner. And we're going to listen to the song that Nuri of Qatar requested, Sexy Love by Neo. We just heard the song Sexy Love by Neo, and it's time to continue on with our second Me You message from Darcy Ann from the USA, saying, Last Friday I had to dress up for work. Most times I wear casual work clothes, but last week, my housemate and I had to go down to my campus together. After my shift was done, we had to wait to go downstairs to attend a memorial service for our friend Dave. Dave was taken to a local hospital after he lost consciousness at work. His parents had to make the hardest decision of their entire lives when they had to decide to pull him off life support. Before I left work 2 nights ago, I wrote a poem which I put into the mass card I will be leaving for his parents. Dave, who was only 40, was a good guy who will be missed by many people, and I wish life didn't have to be so hard sometimes. I'm sure that, that will be the most difficult decision that his parents have ever made. And it's unfortunate that, he was only 40, so, he must have had so much time left ahead of him. And, I think this really goes to show, really take care of your health, guys. I'm sure, when I say this, y'all are thinking, I catch a cold, I catch, the flu sometimes. But really, you don't really know how life is going to turn out. And the decisions we make in our 10s and 20s years, and I'm sure that we make the most reckless decisions at that point in our lives because we feel invincible. I'm not going to lie. I've made some decisions that I'm proud of, some decisions that I'm not as proud of. But, one of the things that I'm realizing more and more now as I, grow up is that the decisions that I make now will really affect me later in the future. I'm sure, Dave, I don't know the details of, the entire situation, but I'm sure he had no idea that things were going to turn out this way. I'm not saying, he did this, which is why it caused this, but, it's just, in the end, I just, really focus on your health, focus on keeping everything together, keeping everything, in good shape, so that later, you can live a healthy, long, fulfilling life. And Darcy, and I'm sure that he will enjoy reading the poem that you wrote in the card, and I'm sure his parents will really feel the emotions and be thankful that you put in the effort for that. So props to you, Darcy, and to Dave. I pay all my respects to you. Alright, so thanks for all your messages, and I hope you send more messages to us for our Corner Me You. Remember, you can participate by leaving us a message on our website, www.arirangradio.com/musicaccess, and leaving us a comment there, or downloading the Arirang Radio or TuneIn Radio app on your smartphone and using the comment function to leave us a message there. Remember to leave your title as Me You when you leave your message. And now we'll come back right after checking out a song for All About Music with Season 2 Benji Style, and we're going to listen to the song that Richie of the USA requested, Smash Into You by Beyonce. All about music and all about quizzes, a great collaboration of music and quizzes, all about music quiz. Music, quiz, and Benji come together to make this corner more complete. All about music with Season 2 Benji Style. So let's check out today's AA music quiz answer, shall we? Alright, so today's answer is a song title, and the first hint will be Benji's hint. The song is a guy-girl duet, and the guy and girl sing in sweet voices, asking each other to lean onto each other. So I'm gonna read you part of the lyrics as today's Benji hint. Listen carefully. So it's like 기대도 돼요 내게. You can lean on me, you can lean on me. With you 언제든. With you whenever. 내게 기대 쉬어도 돼요 그대. You can lean on me, rest on me. With you 다 이해해. 다 이해해. So this song, the title is it's a body part that people like to lean on, especially when they like each other, or they try to hit other people with this body part when they don't like each other. So which body part am I talking about? If you know today's answer, write answer on your title and send us a message with the correct answer. We'll listen to a song and come back with the second hint for AA Music Quiz. And we're going to check out the song OASIS, Oasis by Top Dog. We just heard the song Oasis by Top Dog, and it's back to All About Music with Season 2, Benji Style. So like I said, today's answer is a song title. So I'm going to let you hear a part of the song as today's answer. Can we get the music, please? Oh yeah, so what is the title of this beautiful duet song? I'm sure you might have recognized the voices in there. We had Kwon Jung-ryul, and of course the ever husky Soyu of Sistar. So all you need to do is send in the title of the song, either in English or in Korean. And if you know the answer, you can send it via the comment function on your Arirang Radio or TuneIn Radio app, or by coming to our website, www.arirangradio.com/musicaccess, and leave your answer on our message board. For both, don't forget to write answer on your title before you send your message. Now, before we move on, let's continue on with song, and we're going to check out the song that Okusama of Japan wants to hear, Speed Up by Melody Day. We just heard Speed Up by Melody Day, and it's time to continue on to message time. And our first message comes from Tony from Italy saying, Sub Band DJ, Music Access is now 6 a.m. local time. I'll still try my best to tune in. Stay warm, be careful not to catch a cold. I got one last weekend, and it's not fun. Oh no, like I just mentioned, take care of your health, guys. Eat vitamins, eat well. And you said it's 6 a.m. local time, which means you need to wake up at 6 a.m. to tune in. I don't know what time you need to wake up for work, but remember, of course, if you do need an alarm clock, turn on the radio at 6 a.m. and I'll do my best to wake you up. Unless, of course, you need to wake up at like 10 and you're waking up at 6 to listen to Music Access, in which I say, thank you very much, but don't push yourself because I know sleep is very important. And we have Mylene from the USA saying, Hey Benji, do you think your looks have changed a lot? What's the biggest change and what do you think about that change? I think for me, my hairstyle and clothes changed the most. I would say makeup, but I don't wear makeup. And also one thing that you always have to do before going out. For me, I always need to tie my hair. My hair is really thick and wavy, so I always need to tie it up. And if I don't tie my hair, I would look like a Sadako, like a doll, I guess. I'm jealous of people who have really nice and soft, straight hair. I was born with straight hair, but as I grew up, my hair turned wavy. Puberty is no joke. It's not a joke. It's real life, and it's scientific. For me, though, I'd say, my clothing changed, how I carry myself changed, and especially one thing that I always have to do before I leave the house is put on a hat or put on accessories. I don't know what it is, but I always have to put on something because I always feel naked if I don't have anything on my hands or anything really on, my wrist or anything. So I always put on accessories. And definitely, I think, though, my fashion is the thing that's changed the most. I used to put on a t-shirt and jeans, and now I'm always, trying to dress in some kind of special way. So, yeah, fashion really does change. Alright, so we're going to check out some songs before we continue on, starting with the song No Makeup by Zion T, followed with the song Unita of Indonesia requested Nega Kede by Lin and Ha Dong-gyun and Lee Jung. and it's time to wrap up our first hour. In the second hour, we'll be back with Jan and Xian, 4 men are from Mars, women are from Venus, so stick around, and let's wrap things up for the first hour. I'll let you hear the song that Erin of the USA requested, You Can Still Be Free by Savage Garden, and be right back. What's up? You're listening to Music Access. Welcome to the second hour of the Wednesday edition of Music Access, where we come back with two lovely ladies, Jane and Xian, 4 men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Now here's how you can listen and participate. If you have a smartphone, you can download the Arirang Radio app or TuneIn Radio app to listen to our programs and send in your messages. And if you use a computer, just visit www.arirangradio.com/musicaccess to listen to us or leave your messages. Another way you can tune in is through terrestrial DMB, but this is only available for our listeners living on Jeju Island. The frequencies are 88.7 for Jeju City, 88.1 for Seogwipo, and 101.9 for Daejeong. Now we're going to listen to a song before we come back with Jane and Xian for MMWV, and we're going to check out the song Nothing by Yoo Sung-eun featuring Moonbyul of Mamamoo. Men and women, women and men.
How are we different?
How are we the same?
Let's find out through Men Are From Mars?
Women are from Venus.
Yeah. Girls, they love me. What's up, girls?
Hi.
So, you guys are good?
We're good.
Good.
We're good.
Feeling good?
Having a great week.
It's almost Halloween.
Yeah.
So, Jane, where are your party plans? Are you going to Itaewon?
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know yet. You're gonna go, get the drink it.
So if you do go to Itaewon, where do you go exactly? Or do you just go around? Everywhere?
Yeah.
Huh.
Jane has like 3 spots she frequents.
Oh.
How do you know?
I just guessed, actually. You have 3 spots you frequent?
No, I don't.
And Xian, what about you? Are you also going to party?
I am going to party, but I don't know exactly what we're going to do.
You're gonna turn up. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna turn up like a bad girl.
I might run into Jane.
You might run into Jane. No one's gonna ask me what I'm doing?
What are you doing?
I'm practicing.
I knew
Alright,
that.
so, anything you want to achieve for the last 2 months of the year? Wow, it's already been like, wow.
I know. I cannot believe this year's coming to an end already.
I can't believe it. That means that I've been a DJ for more than half a year.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I mean, I've passed the half-year mark, I think, but it's weird to think about that. You know, as a DJ 선배, as a DJ senior, do you have any words of advice for me? You know, we've been working together for a few weeks now.
You're doing good, but I don't know. I think after maybe a year, or maybe when you're coming to about a year, because you've been doing this for quite some time now, and you're always doing the same thing pretty much, you kind of maybe go into a little bit of a, what do you call, like a slump?
Like losing the enthusiasm.
Right. And everything maybe seems a little bit easy. But then I think that's the time when you really need to get your energy back.
Keep the focus.
Yeah.
Nice.
And enjoy.
Thank you. 감사합니다. And Jane,
What's up?
you should give me, I don't know. Alright, so moving on.
But Jane's been here for such a long time.
She's actually my senior as well.
Maybe you can give like advice to the future guests.
Oh, yes.
Future guests. I think, honestly, just be yourself when you're hosting the corner.
Unless your name starts with J and ends in Ain.
No, because the DJ, he or she's always, busy doing the DJing, whatever he or she's doing. So she or he could be like exhausted.
Whatever we're doing,
He could get exhausted. So, the guests only come here like once a week. They should definitely brighten the mood up and bring your colors out.
What a very nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So do you feel your day has brightened with Jane?
Yeah, definitely.
I can make samgyeopsal with my eyes, apparently.
That's not a funny joke. It's only funny to us because we were. So by accident, while the song was going out, Jane did they call it the double eyelids, the 삼 the double eyelids, and then I accidentally called the samgyeopsal by accident. Anyway, so dryness is a big problem during this time of the year because we get cold air on our faces. So any tips for dry skin? But what?
if you use samgyeopsal.
Yeah.
Actually, that's true. If you eat a lot of samgyeopsal,
really
it's
does
good for your
work.
skin because of what's it called? It's in the pork feet too.
What is that?
Something. It's something that's really good for the skin.
I don't know.
It's. I'll find out what it is during the song. We'll come back to that. So, anyways, let's start our corner for today, shall we?
Yes.
All right. So, ladies,
Yes.
how you doing? All right. Xian, can you read the first message for us, please?
All right. Benji from Benji. Benny.
Benji, what's up,
Benny.
bro?
Benny from Australia.
It's collagen. Collagen.
Oh,
That's what's in the pork that's good for your skin.
You can get collagen shots, right?
You can.
Yeah.
But why get
Really?
shots when
Yeah.
you can eat it from the samgyeopsal?
Yeah, it's just
You extract it from the
Yeah.
samgyeopsal and just inject it.
They also take. All right. So, anyways, yeah. Sorry, Benny. Didn't mean to interrupt your message. I got Benny from Australia.
All right, Benny says, "Hey, you guys, I love listening to the three of you talk. So I make sure to put everything aside so I can concentrate on listening to you guys every Wednesday. Woo! Thank you. It's so weird. You guys seem like girlfriends gossiping.
Excuse me, bro.
Yay, Benji. But then you seem like guy friends and also siblings. I was thinking about this when I suddenly had this question. How do you deal with your mom's nagging? I usually try to change if my mom nags, and I usually get upset when I hear her nagging, but my brother doesn't seem to care at all. Sometimes I think he's a little too much. Are guys really that indifferent to nagging? Do they just not care?
So, Jane,
what's up?
you have an older brother,
Yes.
and how is he? React to mother's love?
And he's actually like that. Like, he doesn't care.
Really?
He just acts like it goes one year and out the other. No, seriously. And I get annoyed and frustrated on the side just watching him, because it's so obvious. It's like blatantly out there that he doesn't care. And I nag at him as well. And I always constantly just say, you should start listening to mom. And yeah.
Do you think that's a good attitude?
For a daughter, for him.
Yeah.
I think it's healthy for him.
Mentally healthy.
Mentally healthy for him, but it does annoy the other person, the one who's nagging.
That's true.
It really does annoy the other person, so yeah.
I think just as guys, though, I'm sure it affects him. I'm sure he listens to it and inside he's like, oh my gosh.
Right.
But then on the outside, he's just, chill. Because, it's a very famous someone once said something. And he said, sometimes it's better to say nothing than to say something.
Yeah, that's so true.
And I think in your brother's case, and in a lot of these guys' cases, that's what they're saying. I could respond to this, but I know I'm not going to be able to respond in a mature, thank you kind of manner. So, I might as well just be indifferent to this.
Right. And with mom's nagging, it goes on no matter what.
I think
so.
Yeah.
Instead of making it worse or saying something that'll get her even more upset, maybe it's best to just stay quiet.
Okay, so then we'll switch up the situation. What about a girlfriend or boyfriend's nagging?
Oh.
What do you think about that? So from a girl's point of view, if a boyfriend's like, you should, maybe, stop drinking, or you should maybe, start
What?
earlier, or, I don't know, there's stuff that people nag about in relationships.
Yeah.
How do you guys take that? Are you very, serious every time something comes up, or
I've never had a nagging boyfriend before, so I don't know.
are you
Me
the
too.
opposite? Do you nag at your boyfriend?
I don't know. Do I?
It's been that long since you've been in a relationship.
I don't know. I try not to nag. I try, if I do have an issue in the relationship, I try to talk it out. I don't nag.
Yeah.
Cool.
What about you, Benji?
Let me think for a second. I don't know. I've never had someone nag at me though. It's true. I've never had someone really
Not even parents?
I mean, my parents, of course, but we're not. But we're talking about different. Jane, keep up with the situation as a good guest. We moved on from parents, didn't we?
No, yeah.
You're joking? No. But I think when it comes to nagging, that just overall, if you have nothing good to say about it, and if you know you're gonna kind of lash out, then just kind of don't really respond to that. Just be like, yes, and then get over the situation. Then you can improve from there.
So you did that to your girlfriend before?
No, Jane, stop trying to make something out of nothing. But, and especially when it comes to parental nagging, just know that they mean the best for you.
That's true.
They want good stuff to happen for you, which is why they're nagging about it. So, that's the thought you have to keep inside your head. They're doing this for me. They're doing this for me. Oh my God. They're doing this for me. And then, it kind of tides over a little bit. Maybe. I think so. Alright, so we're going to continue with the song before we move on. And we're going to check out 취향 저격 by iKON. So we just heard the song 취향 저격 by iKON. And Jane was talking about how she liked Bobby.
너무 멋있어.
Really?
He has a lot of fans.
He does have a lot of fans. Because he's very 상남자. He's very man of man,
Yeah.
I don't think he's ever shown any, real, 애교 in terms of the idol style. He's just,
아니야.
I'm sorry, I didn't know. Are you a super fan? Please explain.
No.
She's seen it.
You know what, when he smiles?
No, but that's not him trying to be like, it's not that.
No,
it's
but
just,
it
he's cute.
does look kind of like eggo-ish.
Yeah, he's the one who smiles with his eyes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, we're here with Jane and Xian for...
Men are from Mars.
Women are from Venus.
And Bobby is an icon. So continuing on from last week, we had another message talking about love, dating, and not some. So we'll take a look at the message first before we talk about it. Sorry, this was only funny to me. So Jane, can you read the message for us?
And this is from Natalie from USA. Hi guys, I'm pretty fast at noticing stuff. So I know pretty quickly when someone likes me and I can tell whether it'll be a lasting relationship or if it will end quickly. Benji, Xian, and Jane, what about you guys? Are you pretty quick at noticing things too? The thing is, when a guy acts a certain way in front of me, I think it's because he likes me, and it usually is the case. What he does is when he and I are sitting together on a bench, he puts his arms on the top of the bench where my shoulders are, just like he would put his arms around my shoulders. I think your eyes or actions speak a lot more than words. What about you? When someone is interested in you, do you know how they act?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious.
I think it's obvious.
But with age, actually, the actions get a little subtle. And because it does get subtle, you kind of start wondering.
Really? Are you sure it's not just the signs change a little bit, or maybe the senses are dulling?
Nah, those senses don't dull.
Those senses don't dull?
Those senses don't dull, honey.
Okay, so can you give us a situation for an example? For example, you're drinking coffee with a guy for the first time.
Right.
And there's some kind of thing in the air. What's a sign that he might give?
I think we've mentioned this before. If he smiles a lot, he tries to carry the conversation, and if he imitates your actions, for instance, if you're holding the cup and he's holding the cup, it's sort of a signal.
Oh, mirroring.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Mirroring.
That's true. If he buys the coffee versus not buying the coffee, that's also a thing.
That's true.
Yeah.
If he waits for you to pay, I mean, that's kind of weird.
No, it's not, because you're not dating yet.
I guess.
So it could be if he's a gentleman, he's like, no, don't worry. What do you want? I got you. But then if he's like, so I'll get this, and then he pays so what you gonna do? Then we have
right.
girls need to pay for their own coffee.
No, I'm saying
Don't look at
girls
me
should pay, but if you're ordering
That's true.
and then you just stand there, that's kind
true.
of weird.
That is weird. Don't be like that, guys. Buy a girl coffee. Coffee's what, $2.50, $3.50? All right, so we have our dating consultant back this week. Men and women's green light behavior. Green light in this scenario means when a guy is interested in a girl or vice versa. So our dating consultant posted this up on her blog, and it goes, when the opposite sex or when a guy or girl shows this kind of behavior, that means they are blank % interested in them. I have no idea how they calculated this percentage, but we'll check it out. So for example, if we say a girl crossing her legs in front of a guy, what would the percent of interest be in that case? Then we'll try to guess that, and we'll talk about it a little bit.
Okay.
So if a girl keeps putting her head behind her ears when with a guy, what would the green light percentage be?
Oh, come on. This is kind of weird. This is kind of random. I mean, is this question from
But
the early
keeps putting her
90s?
head. So it's not she has hair and she's like this and she doesn't talk about it. It's she keeps pushing it back and she,
Who does that? Do you do that?
No.
You guys both do this subconsciously. I guarantee this.
Huh.
I guarantee it. You know why, especially? A girl with long hair. This is the thing. It's not even so much about the hair, but you start caring about your appearance. For example, I have this. Why did I clap?
He's excited.
You know, for example, when you have a guy who has like, my hair is kind of short right now, but you have the guys who have the kind of, you know, the hair that can swing back and forth,
Right.
and they keep doing this.
Oh, flicking the hair.
Like they keep kind of like, you know, smishing it up,
Right.
or they go to the bathroom and their hair is noticeably less messier. You know, that kind of stuff.
So that means the guy is interested in the girl?
I think it's a sign that he's apparent, he's aware of her presence,
Okay.
mentally speaking.
Okay.
So I would say, you know, if I'm gonna guess, I'd say this is a pretty high percentage. I'd say like 65,
Wow.
I'd say 40.
40.
I say like 15.
And the answer is, survey says.
Wait, have you seen the...
No, I haven't seen this. I folded this up, more or less.
Okay,
It
so
says
what's the answer?
70%.
Whoa!
It says
that cannot
ears
be right.
and neck are hidden in weak spots, so girls are trying to appeal their feminine side and trying to awaken the guy's protective instinct without knowing it. So this goes on like a biological level, I guess.
Oh, maybe I should be using this.
I feel like guys wouldn't know though. If he doesn't know this block, he
I don't know.
probably
For me, it's like 10-15%.
If a guy rubs his palms together while talking to a girl, what would the green light percentage be? That's creepy. I'm just saying,
yeah,
that's
that
really
is
like,
really creepy.
So, you know, girl, what you want for dinner today, girl? I don't know.
I don't know if a guy was rubbing his palms together while he was talking to me. I think he was judging something more than being interested.
That makes sense. I would say this is not a high percentage. I don't even know anyone who rubs their hands in front of a girl. I'm just saying.
10%.
Maybe 20.
Maybe 15. And survey says... Okay, this is weird. It says 50%.
Whoa.
What?
So maybe this means assuming like 50% or more means some interest, and less than 50% means no interest.
Oh, maybe it's not like the rubbing palms that we're thinking of. Maybe it's like because you're getting sweaty hands in front of the girl.
Oh.
But that's still this.
No, you can like... Oh,
No, if
okay,
you get
that's
sweaty
weird.
hands, though, wouldn't you be like...
Rubbing it on your
yeah.
jeans. And,
I feel like a girl wouldn't like that though. She
yeah.
might be just kind of, ew, what's he doing?
Kind of dirty.
Does he not wash his hands? Ew, girl. So apparently, rubbing palms together means this guy is nervous, that's true, and has a positive anticipation for the other person. Or negative, because he might think he'd be turned down. And then 3, when a girl crosses her legs, if the foot on top points toward the guy, what would the green light percentage be? This, I've read in a
Exactly,
journal.
my point.
This is actually scientifically...
No,
Right.
but the thing is, I always sit down with my legs crossed.
So you're interested
But
in all
it
these
depends
guys?
on which way your top leg is pointing to.
Like this one.
Right.
Okay.
So if the guy was sitting on your left, that means you're interested in the guy.
Oh, I'm gonna
And if
try
I was
this.
a guy, you're not interested in me.
See, so if you'll notice now that no one in the studio right now, their legs are all crossed in the opposite direction, which means none of them are interested in me. Thank God.
Oh.
And that's all they say. They're just like, oh, but it's so true. All right, so what do you? So this percentage I'd say is pretty high.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 80.
Maybe 85.
80, 85.
75.
And survey says 75.
Oh, wow.
It says when
35.
crossing the legs, the knees and foot point towards the direction they want to move towards. When they like the guy in front of them, they point that way, and if they don't like the guy, they point towards the door. Or in this case, since I am next to the door, they're pointing away from the door. Your legs. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Let's move on.
Okay. If a guy tries to have light physical contact with a girl while talking, what's the percentage for that?
Oh. It depends on what kind of a physical contact.
Yeah.
It depends on the guy, too.
Yeah.
Some guys are very touchy-feely. I don't like it. I'd say... I don't know.
If it's like a nervous pat on the shoulder, I'd say like 90%. But if it's like fist punching,
It's like, what's up,
like,
bro?
yeah, like what you up to? Now that's like 0.
So let's assume with a certain kind of romantic interest then.
65.
I'd say 90.
No.
I'm just gonna say in between, 80. Survey says 85.
Oh, wow.
They wouldn't try to have any physical contact if they didn't feel close and didn't have any good feelings toward them. That's true. But the guy could be good at physical contact with anyone.
Yeah.
It's only green light when the physical contact is towards one person. I think that's true. You know what I think is especially sneaky? When the guy is like... No, never mind.
What?
What?
Say it.
It's like when the guy puts his hands on a girl's shoulder.
Uh-huh.
That's something that's like when they're trying to move them out of the way.
Right.
That's a very, I think, a big sign.
That's like 100%.
That's not 100%.
Isn't it?
I do that.
Huh.
I mean, like, I don't.
Has he done that to you before, Jane?
No.
No, we've never been outside before. No, but I'm just saying, you know, it
Really?
depends on how they move it as well. You know, part of that is, you know,
Oh,
you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, and then, like, for instance, if you're walking on the street
Yes.
and there's a car coming,
Yes.
he sort of pushes you out
Yeah.
of the way. And
No,
like,
but
maybe-
that's just like the situation you're at. You don't want the girls to get hurt, so wouldn't.
But then guys, I think, are very simple. If they're not interested, they're really not interested.
No, if they're really into this, be like, yo, car,
right, right.
Sorry.
Hey, we should move.
move. But then if they're interested, they'll sort of gently.
Exactly,
And it's
exactly.
all in the feel, too. You'll feel it. Girls will know.
You feel it.
That's weird. Number 5, for both guys and girls, if they don't avoid the other person's glance, and when their pupils dilate, what is the percentage? That was...
How do you know
This
if
is
the pupils are
oddly
dilating?
specific. I don't know how you
see
get
your
there.
eye. Let's see if they're dilating.
I'd say, though, if you can somehow sense that they're dilating, I'd say this is like 90.
All right. If you're that close that you can see that pupil dilating, I'd
Then you're
say
probably
90.
kissing. You're probably that close. And survey says, we'll just get to this one, 95%. If someone's interested in another person and looks in their eyes and their pupils dilate. Oh, no. And look sorry. If someone is interested in another person and looks into their eyes, their pupils dilate.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look for that.
Yeah.
If your
this is-
pupils dilating.
I feel like, though, if you look into someone's eyes and you're trying to see if they're dilating or not,
That's
you're
really
interested in that person.
freaky.
No, it might actually creep the other person.
Yeah.
It's just like, so,
Are you coming for my blood?
although if you like that person, though,
True.
you know, there's always this kind of stare that people give. All right, so I think a lot of these are good signs, though. I think so. So, you know, if you're looking for signs, man, girl, anybody, these are the signs to look out for. Especially check if their pupils are dilating. Just get on that. All right, so we're going to check out a song before we get to our next message, and we're going to check out the song I by Taeyeon featuring Verbal Jint. We just heard I by Taeyeon featuring Verbal Jint, and we're here with Jane and Xian for Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus.
That's right.
And it's time for our last message, which comes from Unita Swinyo from Indonesia, saying, hello, my babe Benji, Jane Unni, and Xian Unni. What do you think if a girl confesses her feelings to a guy and asks him to be in a relationship? Huh? Do you still stick to the stereotype that the guy is the one who should confess his feelings to a girl? Oh, I get it.
No,
Okay.
ask him out.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's compare two scenarios. A couple that started going out because the girl pursued the guy, and a couple that started going out because the guy pursued the girl. Do you think there's a difference in what the girl feels in these two scenarios? I think so.
I think so too.
I think so.
What a girl feels?
So say like the girl pursued the guy, wouldn't the girl feel kind of, I don't know.
Dumb.
But it's the
Dominant?
same, right? I mean, if you're waiting for the guy to ask you out and you already know you're really interested in this guy, don't you feel the same? Like you're feeling that, you know, that uneasy feeling.
No, but like I've always been advised by my parents that the guy needs to like the girl more.
Well, I mean, I think your parents might say something like that. I'm just saying it's like a parental thing that they might say.
But I've actually seen a girl ask a guy out, and maybe in the beginning the girl liked the guy a little bit more, but in the end it turns out that the guy actually starts liking the girl a little bit more, and it changes.
It does.
Who
There is an
likes
ebb and
the other
flow.
person more? It just changes over
Yep.
time.
And I think what's important about that is, honestly, the start doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I
As
feel
long
the
as
same way.
as long as it sparks, then at that point it's about, you know, who keeps the flame going, who adds the oil, who adds water, etc., etc., etc.
Right.
You know, I mean, you know, when it comes to a relationship, you can't really say, you know, oh, because he confessed, he must like me more.
Right.
You know, I've known girls who have liked the guy super more, but they didn't show any signs whatsoever.
Exactly.
And then they started dating. And then it totally changed. And, you know, there's a Korean saying that one person who loves the other person more is the loser.
No, that's not right.
I don't think so.
Right.
I think when it comes to a relationship, there's no losers
Right.
until you break up.
I do kind of feel that in a relationship, the person who loves the other person more sort of has less power at that point, at that moment, but it changes. It goes back and forth. The power doesn't stay with one person.
Definitely, definitely. I think the power in a relationship, that ideal shouldn't exist. In a relationship, there's no power. It's not a power struggle. You know, I always continue saying this when it comes to a relationship, but, you know, it's about supporting one another rather than, you know, so I wear the pants in the relationship, so blah, 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 blah. That's not 21st century thinking.
Right.
You know, now we're past that.
Right. Maybe not power. Maybe it's just like, how should I put it? Maybe it's not like the love isn't divided 50-50 all the time. It changes.
Yes, I think so. Jane, what do you think?
What do you
You're awfully quiet today.
No, I'm just thinking about this.
She has a lot to think
No,
about.
because I've just been thinking about my past relationships, and I always use the term "I'm always wearing the trousers" in the relationship.
Huh.
Oh,
That has more to do with who's earning the money, isn't it?
it could.
No, in
Depends on the
terms of
situation.
like showing more responsibility and like
Oh.
doing more for the relationship, being more of the man, taking the man role.
Oh, I understand what you're saying. You're saying more of the kind of affectionately dominant role.
Yeah.
Dominantly affectionate? I don't know. That's kind of weird. Dominantly affectionate. But you know, it makes sense. You know, people to each their own. But there's also that method. I think it's not like you can't say what's wrong and what's right.
Either way, I think if you like this guy, you should just ask him out.
Yeah.
I think so. It doesn't matter anymore. Whether a guy asks the girl asks the guy. As long as you end up dating, end of game.
Exactly.
Then it's a whole new game.
Oh, yeah.
And then that's not fun anymore.
It's not? It wasn't fun for you.
It wasn't fun anymore. Alright, so it's time to wrap up our corner for today. Sending Jane and Shen out. We're going to check out the song Radioactive by Imagine Dragons, followed by Dark Horse by Katy Perry featuring Juicy J. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
We just heard Radioactive by Imagine Dragons, followed by Dark Horse by Katy Perry featuring Juicy J, and it's time to reveal the answer for AA Music Quiz from the first hour, and the answer is... Okay. Apparently, side note, no, never mind, that's a side note for later. So, thank you everyone for participating in today's AA Music Quiz. I'll be waiting tomorrow with another quiz and Benji hint, so be excited for that. And now we'll check out 2 songs requested by our listeners now, starting with the song Shreya of Bangladesh requested, Motorcycle by Super Junior D&D, and Mylene of the USA wants to hear Hey Baby by Crush featuring Zion T. And it's time to say goodbye. Our last song for today is Stay by Rihanna featuring Mickey Echo. I sang this on radio with Jane. I totally did bomb awesome. And it's time to end our show for today. This was Benji of B.I.G. and as always, I'll be back.